refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of RBO. I am your host, Vaughn. We're here to talk some good basketball today. I hope you guys been enjoying the NBA season. We're almost at the All-Star break where, after that's when things really take off. But before we get there, I want everybody to like, subscribe, share this with anybody, share the link with anybody that's an NBA fan, because we touch on different topics. We don't just talk about the main characters. Just like today. Today, we're going to talk about some NBA rookies that are making a huge impact on their teams. And there's some rookies that's going to have an opportunity to play some pivotal basketball that can be game-changing, not just to the team, but to their future trajectory as a player. A lot of good stuff to talk about. Also, I'd like for you guys to look down low. There's a link in the comment section. That's where you can become a member. You can join the team and be in all these chats where we talk all the different sports on Instagram. Also, can have a chance to come on any show that you like, and it's just a fun community to be a part of. We also have, if you become a superstar member, the biggest bonus is not just able to get on shows and you get access to all the chats, but there's a chat where you can actually make some money in, and that's the parlay chat. So the community is fun. You get live debates. You get guys that break down the games. You get live reactions. You get live news. Shout out to Davey. He's our news guy. And, you get a lot of entertainment in the chats, man. It's like a family. So definitely tap into the link down low so you can see what's going on with the family. But also, we have a lot of different shows. They're all linked down low as well. You can check out all the different shows. They touch on all different sports, from baseball to boxing, football, college sports. So definitely log in with the game. And other than that, just enjoy the show, man. Like I said, today we're going to talk about some rookies, man. Rookies that are making a huge impact. Now, there's been some young guys that have showed up in the past to help teams win. And this year, this draft class had a lot of talent in it, I must say. This upcoming draft class has a lot of guys that I think are superstar material. But this draft class that we just had has a lot of really, really good players. Not too many superstars, I would say, but they have a lot of solid players, such as Andrew Wiggins. He went first overall. He did not live up to a first overall pick type of hype, such as superstardom. However, he was a pivotal piece for that Golden State championship. He is a very good basketball player. Defends well, can score the ball, can do a little bit of everything out there. So I think it's a lot of Andrew Wiggins in this that came out in this draft. Not per se the actual skill set, but you know what I mean. A solid guy that can be a solid, above average role player. So let's just dive into it, man. First rookie that I want to talk about is one of my favorite rookies to watch. That's my guy, Tre Johnson from the he came out of Texas. He got drafted by the Wizards. At Texas, he was known to be a scorer, man. And in the league, that is still the case. If you watch, he doesn't take a high volume number of shots out there, but he's averaging 12 points a game, 3 rebounds. He's making about two threes a game. And the good thing about him is he's shooting about 40 something percent from three right now. And I'm trying to see if I have it right here. He's shooting pretty well from three from in the game. And if you also check out him when you watch, the guy got range. I mean, the guy got range. He's pulling up from the parking lot. Like he's reminding you a lot of like a Klay Thompson mixed with Steph. The way he has a quick trigger and he just pulls up from deep. One thing I really like about Tre Johnson is, excuse me, his confidence. They asked him who's the best shooter out there on the Wizards. And he said, everybody knows it's me. Like, I think it was two guys that had said, you know, when I name somebody on the team that's a better shooter than you, say something. And they ran through almost the whole team. He like, they all know I'm the best shooter on the team, man. And then dudes like Steph Curry, he said, man, Steph even know I'm the best. They ain't gonna say it, but I just gotta show him. I like that confidence, man. Reminds me of that Kyrie Irving confidence when he was going at Kobe. You know, you don't see that out of young guys that much. But Tre Johnson, definitely a bucket. Shout out to Addy, my boy Carl. I was about to say your name on there. Shout out to my boy Carl, though. CTC Carl. One of the shows I was talking about, he actually runs them. The college, talks college basketball, and he also talks college football. That's why he definitely knows a lot about Tre Johnson, for sure. But shout out to my boy Carl. Tre Johnson is definitely, he's shooting 45% from the field, but from three, he is shooting. Give me 1 second, guys. From three, he is shooting 41% from the field, which is excellent. So I think the Wizards are building something good with these young guys, and adding a guy like Tre Johnson who can be instant offense is nothing but joy if you're a Wizards fan. I mean, guys like, you got some veterans in CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton, but I think, after this year, it's time to let these young boys roll, man. Because him, Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George, Bud Carrington, Bilal Koulibaly, they got a nice little young nucleus that they're building. So, and adding Tre Johnson just makes it more deadly. All right, another rookie I want to talk about. I want to talk about Derek Queen. Came out of Maryland, man. I think he's surprising a lot of people. He was a big man in Maryland. I think he played power forward because they had another big. Carl, if you can correct me on that. I think but he's playing center now with the Pelicans, and he's averaging 13.7 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting about 50% from the field. I love this man's game, man. I mean, if you got a guy like Jokic coming out here saying, "Yo, this dude's the real deal," and he didn't even start like initially. He eventually started playing and getting some time, and he eventually got his shine, posting numerous double doubles. I believe he had a triple double one game. Yes, triple double games. I mean, he's showing his skill set. Okay, my boy Carl. At Maryland, they had him and Julian Reed. So yeah, I knew they had another big out there. So, but I know the question a lot of people had about Derek Queen was his size. They didn't know if his size, because he's not short. No, he's 6'9". To be a center, that's short, but that's cool for power forward size. But to be a center in the league at 6'9" and still being able to be as effective as he is, it just speaks to his skill set, man. The dude is super skilled, can handle the rock, has a good feel for the game, good passer, and he can finish pretty well. So I think him, I'm gonna shout out his other rookie teammate, Jeremiah Ferris, bucket, certified bucket. I remember I went into the it was real random. I went into the college chat that we have. Become a member and you can get up in there. It was after I watched some Jeremiah Ferris. I just said, man, Jeremiah Ferris is a certified bucket. And it still shows when you watch him in the NBA. But him and Derek Queen, I think Derek Queen, you got Zion over there who's been playing some good ball lately. My boy Tre Johnson, not Tre Johnson. what's his name? Trey Murphy. My boy Trey Murphy. I said Tre Johnson. Went back. Trey Murphy. I think they building something good over there with Pelicans too. It's just we had so much high expectations for this team. They had DeJounte Murray is and who else? DeJounte Murray, Brandon Ingram. They had and Zion. They had like a big three thing. CJ McCollum was over there, and it was like they just didn't get it done. And now, you get these young guys. I think this is really good for the Pelicans. When you get young rookies that can play, it gives you a lot of flexibility because of their contract. So we're gonna see how this organization handles this because Derek Queen is a gem that a lot of people was not expecting to shine this early in his NBA career. But shout out to Derek Quinn because his skill set is he has a very good skill set, and I think he's just gonna get better. Shout out to Carl. He said Jeremiah Fields is no pun fearless. It's funny. He's the complete opposite of his brother in terms of their game. That's a fact. And Carl is a Michigan State fan. His brother plays there. His brother is a more of a certified point guard. He like runs the show, and he can score, but he's not a certified bucket. So I get exactly what Carl's saying. He's a solid player for sure, though. All right, next rookie I want to talk about, man. Let's see who we got here, y'all. Already got Queen out the way. Already got my boy Tre out the way. Let's talk about Cooper Flagg right quick, man. I did do an episode of Cooper Flagg early in the year, and I was disgusted with the Dallas Mavericks because these dudes just don't they don't understand. I don't think they understand basketball sometimes. You put a guy in Cooper Flagg at point guard when his skill set doesn't really call for him to be a point guard. Like he can facilitate, don't get me wrong, but to put all that on him his first year with the pieces that you have, I don't think that was fair to his game. But as you see, once they moved him to his original position, he's been blossoming. He's been playing some pretty solid basketball, averaging almost 20 points a game at 18.9, 6 rebounds a game, 4 assists, about 1 block, 1 steal a game. So he does a little bit of everything. He's had some big games as of late. Had a 30-point game recently. You see that he can do a little bit of everything out there, man. And having him off ball is way more dangerous than having him on ball because he's a great slasher. He can rebound. He's a hustler. I just love his game, man. Like I said, this is the year that you're going to draft some really, really solid players to your team, man. I'm not sure who all are going to be like superstars, but these guys are going to be very, very good basketball players on these teams, man. Especially when you get a Kyrie Irving back. That's going to open up the floor so much for this guy. And I just love what I'm seeing from him, man. It's exactly what I expected. A guy that's NBA ready that can step in and can contribute, hold his own, but you also going to see some growing pains. But you see that he has a good feel for the game. He hustles. He plays both ends. That's one thing you got to love about him. So Cooper Flagg, I think he's currently second in Rookie of the Year vote. But don't be surprised if he ends up number 1 because he's finding his rhythm more and more as the season goes on. And I got another player on his team that's really helping with that development that I'm going to talk about. But that's Cooper Flagg for y'all, though, man. The number 1 overall pick that they traded Luka and ended up getting. So he's balling, though, man. Shout out to Cooper Flagg. Check him out. The next guy we're going to talk about, Kon Knueppel. Another guy, fresh out, another Duke guy. Back-to-back Duke guys. Man, this dude, Kon Knueppel, man, I must say, I am very surprised. I knew he can shoot, but he getting straight to it. I think he's the youngest player, or he's the fastest player to reach 100 made threes. I mean, he's like, if you're a parlay person, 3 threes, book it. Kon Knueppel every night. That's what he do. If he's open, he's gonna make it. It's been like that since college. I remember watching him in college. It's like they ran a certain play where he comes off some screens and he never missed. every single time he made that shot. But this dude is not just shooting threes, man. He's out there diamond. He's out there rebounding. He's showing that he's a complete player when it comes to what he brings to the table. He's not just gonna stand out there and shoot threes. No, this dude gets involved with the game. This guy has a great feel for the game, man. Him, Lonzo, and Brandon Miller, that's a good big three. Miles Bridges, hear me and hear me good, my boy. You good. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I think these young boys might need you to step aside, man, because when I see these young boys, all three of them can hit the three like no other. LaMelo brings that, herky jerky style, and Brandon Miller is like this dude is a premier scorer, and he can elevate with the best of them. Miles Bridges, I think, he's not getting no better. I think he's a solid player on the team, but I think it'll be okay if they moved on from him and try to get some bigs, a more athletic big man. I like Diabate. He can't really put the ball in the basket that well. The other center they drafted, Ryan out of Creighton, he has to, I think he has to catch up to the game, especially the way this team runs. But Kon Knueppel, this dude is the real deal, man. Dude's the real deal, man. Shout out to Kon Knueppel, man. I know he's proven a lot. I know a lot of people when he got drafted was not expecting him to be this good this early. They probably thought he was just going to be a catch and shoot guy, but he's showing you he can do a lot more than just catch and shoot. Shout out to Kon Knueppel, man. All right, so that's a couple of rookies I want to run off on y'all right quick, but I got a couple of rookies I want to talk about that got opportunities to play some pivotal basketball that I think is going to be very dire to their team because these guys are going to be playing some playoff basketball. Now, I did talk about Cooper Flagg. I don't think that the Mavs going to make it, to be quite honest. Tre Johnson, the Wizards, I don't think they're going to get it there. Kon Knueppel, not sure about his team either. I do want to talk about one player right quick before I get to playoff teams. I want to talk about one player that I think has made a huge, huge impact on his team. And that's Ryan Nembhard. Ryan Nembhard has came in. I mean, first of all, let's start here. If you're a college point guard, you average 8 or more assists. You are a certified dimer. It's not too many people in college that averages high number of assists. It's not. And it's not, let me say this. It's not too many guards that average a lot of assists that wasn't a dimer. Look at guys like Tre Young, dimer. Who else? The dude that played with us, my boy Marshall. I always forget his first name. Dimer. If you average a lot of assists, you can pass the ball pretty well, okay? This dude Nembhard averaged, I think, 9 assists last year in college with Creighton. Come on, man. Was it? Yeah, I think he played with Creighton. I think the other one played with Gonzaga. Kendall Marshall. See, my boy Carl here at the perfect time, man, talking about these rooks. Kendall Marshall. This dude averaged, I mean, listen, you draft a point guard. Well, I don't think they drafted him. Got him late. You get a point guard, and then you get, thank you, Carl. Carl saving me today, man. I know one of them played with one team, other one played with the other. So, but you get a guy in Nembhard who averaged that many assists, but you start Cooper Flagg at point guard once your guy go down. It don't make sense to me, man. It doesn't make sense to me, man. Let me tell you what this dude did his first time playing 30 minutes. Against the Denver Nuggets, 28 points, 10 assists, and they won 131-121. Second game, he played 30 minutes, 15 points, 13 assists, and they won 118-108. Who else? Next game, he played 30 minutes, 14 points, 11 assists. They lost that game in overtime, 140-133. The next game, 11.7 assists. They won that game 131-130. So when he plays over 30 minutes, they 3-1. Appreciate that, Carl. Said both of them transferred to Gonzaga from previous schools. Okay, that makes sense. Because I do remember one at Creighton. Um, so what is that telling you? Play the man. Sign him to a real contract. Get him off this two-way thing. Because obviously he's making an impact on his team. When he don't really play that many minutes, y'all don't win, bro. Because he's really the only true point guard on that team. Shout out to my boy, man, Ryan Nembhard, averaging 7 points, 5 assists, shooting 47.8% from the field, and only playing 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So get the man some minutes. He's a little small, 5'11". You know, so I get it. He's short. However, you got a lot of size out there beside him. I think he'll be all right. Get the young boy in the game. All right. Another rookie we gonna talk about. That I think is gonna play some pivotal basketball. Y'all taste it in. Y'all learning something today. Shout out to TTC Carl. Andrew went to Florida and transferred to Gonzaga. Ryan went to Creighton, then transferred to Gonzaga. See, I knew Ryan went to Creighton. All right. So this rookie that I want to talk about really quick has an opportunity. I think one of the biggest opportunities out of the rookies to make an impact in the playoffs for his team. And that's Dylan Harper for the Spurs. Y'all know that's my guy, man. Dylan Harper is certified. I like his game. He attacks the basket. He can pass. He can do a little. He's just a baller, man. He's another guy that was NBA ready coming into the league. Found his role when they got Castle, and they also got De'Aaron Fox. Still find a role within that. Now it's like a big three with the guard play. They got a nice little rotation going on, especially out there with Vassell, Keldon Johnson. Like, this team is loaded. But Dylan Harper is a true X factor because he's a guy that can break a defense down and he can get others involved. When you got a guy that can get his and get others involved, it's a bonus. And in the fast break, he's already a layup machine. Like, he's one of the better transition guards in the league. Once he's out in transition, it's almost 2 points every time. So I think Dylan Harper has a big opportunity to play some meaningful basketball. I think he can win the Spurs a game or two in this playoffs coming up. They're currently second in the East, and I think he's a big part of that. I definitely think he's a big part of that because it's been times when Fox went down, he had to elevate his game. I think Castle missed some time, elevate his game. Even when Wemby went down, it was Fox, Castle, and Dylan Harper, the big three. I'm not gonna disrespect Vassell because that's my guy. He be doing his thing too. And Keldon Johnson has his games. But it seems as if the offense is more predicated around those three guards. Those three guards create a lot for that team. But I think Dylan Harper is not going to upset in the playoffs, man. I think he's ready and he's born for moments like that. But this is an overall young team, so we'll see how they perform. Another guy I think will have a chance to play pivotal playoff basketball. And I think he will impact it a lot because he does a lot of things that is needed for this team. And that's VJ Edgecombe, who was, I believe, was third in most points scored in a rookie debut. Went crazy. 30+ points. Crazy. Went crazy. I mean, he got vertical like nothing. He can defend. He can rebound. He facilitates well. He gets down and dirty. And he can get buckets. He does everything. He's like one of the perfect guards to complement Tyrese Maxey, to be quite honest. He can play all ball. You don't have to run a lot of plays for him to get his, to be quite honest. I really like his game. And right now, the way the East looking, the Sixers are a team to watch out for, man, because they can go pretty deep. They still got their rookie from last year, Jared McCain, who's healthy this year. So it's going to be quite interesting. I think VJ has an opportunity, though, to really, help this Sixer team. Like, he's going to be a big X factor in the playoffs, I think, because he, like I said, you don't need to run no plays for him to really impact the game. The dude he just balls out there. So shout out to VJ, man. Certified dog. I just want to give a shout out to my man. He is an Orlando Magic. And I was excited about this pick because I think when I watched him in college, I liked his pedigree. When you go to MSU, playing for a Tom Izzo, you coming out there and you're gonna know how to play some good ball. You're gonna play a good brand of basketball. Years later, you might get contaminated with the league and all that, but when you first come in, you about your business, and I like that about my boy Jase Richardson. And to be quite honest, he's bringing a different element to this team that we didn't have at first. A guy that he's kind of like instant offense for us too. His three ball is pretty good. Not gonna lie, three ball is pretty good, and he plays some solid defense. And he got vertical. He got vertical. And the way this team is set up now, all I see is everybody trying to get this, everybody playing together, working together. And Jase Richardson, I think he also is gonna have some moments in the playoffs where he's gonna play some pivotal moments. Uh, what team was that we playing? In the play-in, we played the Knicks when Jalen Suggs got hurt. He got in at the end, and I think in like 5 minutes, he gave us like 10 points. Like he played so hard, man, and you just gotta love it. Son of Jason Richardson was once a Magic as well, so it's meant to be, man. I think he's gonna definitely blossom into a solid player. Already showing that he can grow and get better because you see the growth even from the couple of games that he only played. But man, Jase Richardson, I'm liking what I'm seeing, my young buck. It's giving us, when you got a young guy that you see potential in, you could look at your roster and be like, all right, we can do some things. So shout out to Jase Richardson, man. I think he's making a huge impact. If there's any rookies, anybody, that I missed, feel free to throw them in the comments. I would definitely get around to talking about the rookies. That's one of my favorite things I like to talk about is the rookies, because one of the best things about sports is watching a player just grow from a rookie to a 2-year vet, 4-year vet, 5-year vet, all the way till they retire. It's like it's a good thing. It's fun doing that. It's fun seeing the growth in players, seeing what it takes to really be one of the best players. And I think a lot of these young guys, like I said, are going to be solid players that can really make an impact on teams. I really do. I think that. And I really like what I'm seeing from all these young guys. Shout out to Carl. He said, I feel like Will Richard is a rookie who can make an impact for Golden State. I do like Will Richard too. Showing that he can get hot from three, which is something that the Warriors, they really love. I'm not sure what's going on over there, man. I think Podensky, man, there's something about him. I just don't think I don't think he's all that. I think he's too wishy washy. He's like a poor man, DiVincenzo. I don't never say that his name right. My bad, Devo. But that's what I think he is, man. I don't think he comes to play all the time. He doesn't bring, like, at least Devo brings that hardcore, toughness, things of that. But Will Richard, I do like his game too, Carl. He's had some games this year. I think he had a 30-point game this year. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Is that 30 points against the Kings? My bad, Joe. 5 from 8 from 3. So he's shown, like I said, he can get high from 3, which it's gonna be very, very, very pivotal for the Warriors because he needs all the help he can get, man. Warriors need a big or two badly. I agree with that. Clinton Post, might as well post him somewhere else, man, because he wants to shoot threes. That's all he want to do, man. But these rookies, man, right now, Kon Knueppel is the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. Cooper Flagg is right on his tail. It's gonna be fun to see because it's really either players can win it right now. Both players are in the race. I don't see nobody else jumping in there, to be honest. Like, no, yeah, I don't really see nobody. I think it's a two-man race from here on out, to be quite honest. And both of these guys bring a lot to the table for their team. So we're just going to see who can grow the most, and that's who's going to determine who's the winner. Whoever grows the most within this year. I think Kon Knueppel is more settled in his position because he's been playing his position the same year, all year, versus Cooper Flagg adjusting now to being more off ball. We'll see. There are a lot of season left. We're halfway there, so it's gonna be fun, man. But shout out to my Orlando Magic, man. We trying to get things right. You see my hat. I had to represent today. We trying to get things right. Franz will be back soon. Mo will be back soon. And that's when we're gonna be on go. I think, in the East, there's not a really team that really is a juggernaut out there. The Pistons are currently number one, but we got to see how they look in the playoffs because we got to see if someone gonna step up 4K in the playoffs because he gonna need some help. Everybody needs some help. So the East is wide open. The West, you got OKC on the top of that. The Spurs seem like the only team that gives them real, real trouble. So it's gonna be fun, man. But tune in to RBO. We will be live again this week. Follow the Instagram page at it's real.ballers.only on IG. Also, subscribe to the channel so you can be in tune and know when the next episode is gonna pop up. I will post on my Instagram and everything so everybody can know what's going on. But I want to thank everybody for sliding on your boy, for riding with your boy, because I'm back, man. We back in full focus. We're going to give you guys 3 episodes a week. I'm going to try to do that to the best of our abilities. I'm going to have some guests on here. But like I said, the real nitty-gritty about to start soon because All-Star break is coming. Then after All-Star break, that's when everybody really, really gears up. So we're going to have some MVP predictions, Rookie of the Year predictions, most improved. Shout out to my boy Anthony Black, most improved. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in with your boy. I'm going to be back, man, because real ball is.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.